Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to your brand new video over on PrizePicks. Today I got my two favorite plays in the NBA and two soccer plays. We're going to get into them. This is all for Saturday, but first up, do me a huge favor, drop a like on this one. Takes you 2 seconds, completely free. We got one game of NBA tonight. It's Game 7, Sixers versus Celtics. We're going to get into it, but one thing I want to talk about is how we're going to structure this video. It's a little bit different from our usual just running through some NBA picks. We are going to be breaking down a strategy on PrizePicks, and that is exactly how we got these kind of results, right? We got this kind of results with a 6-man that all cashed out. This was a 36.5x winner. And we use this using correlation in the MLB, but I'm going to break down how we can use correlation in soccer and then a little bit in basketball to make money on PrizePicks. So before I get into that, make sure you guys are joining up in the Discord. I drop free picks in here every single day. And we actually just dropped out a esports play of the day. I drop in one every single day, or I call it my PrizePicks play of the day. And then what happened on this PrizePicks play of the day, we cashed out a blowout winner. And then I personally and the VIP members cashed out in a 4-man, which did pay us 9.5x. And guys, if you're looking closely, you're noticing it once again. This is a correlated strategy on PrizePicks. This is how we're beating the books. This is how we're beating PrizePicks. I'm giving it away all for free in this video. And we're going to build a slip together for these Saturday games. So let's just get right into it. And we're going to start off with the soccer portion of this video. If you guys just want to take a couple basketball picks and that's all you're here for, you can skip ahead in the video. I'm making this for anybody who is trying to profit on PrizePicks. This one is for you guys. So we're going to go over to the game I picked out is going to be Barcelona versus Osasuna. Here it is. Barcelona versus Osasuna. We're going to go to passes attempted. And what we're looking at is the unders here for Pau Cubarsí and Joan Garcia. Now, why are we taking both of these players? So when Barcelona, or any soccer team for that matter, has a lot of possession, right? They have the ball a lot. They're going to get a lot of passes. Specifically, the players towards the back are going to get a lot of passes. The center backs, the defenders, like Cubarsí here, and the goalkeepers, right? Like Joan Garcia. Those of you guys who have watched any soccer before, some of you guys who might be basketball fans might actually think soccer is really boring because all they do is pass it around the back. Well, I don't really care if that's what you think. I personally love soccer. All that I care about is how to make money on PrizePicks with this, right? And in this case, we know that when a team has a lot of possession, they pass the ball a lot. Meaning that all of the players on the team, especially towards the back, towards the defense, the place where they pass it a lot, are going to get over their passing attempted. So in this case, we're going for Barcelona, their defender, and their goalkeeper to go together on the under for passing attempted. This is a correlated pick, meaning it would make 0 sense to pick like this. It would make 0 sense because what you're saying is that player A, the goalkeeper, is sitting right next to player B on the field, and he's not going to get a lot of passes, but he's going to get a ton of passes. That makes no sense. They're passing the ball to each other. This is why we're using correlation, because if one guy gets a lot of passes, the other guy's going to get a lot of passes. And this goes both ways. These lines, I personally feel through my research, are a little bit too high. So we're taking the unders on both of them, meaning that if this team, say, gets 60 or 65 or 70% of possession, right, and Cubarsí doesn't hit his passing line, it's very unlikely that Garcia will also not hit his passing line, right? If one guy goes on the under, the other guy is likely going to go on the under, because if one guy goes on the under, it means Barcelona does not have the ball. And if Barcelona does not have the ball, Cubarsí can't get his passes. And if Barcelona does not have the ball, Garcia cannot get his passes. That is the way we're attacking PrizePicks, and that is just one of the many correlation methods that we're using here. And this is going to be our first 2 legs of our slip. But now let's get into the NBA picks. If that made any sense to you guys, drop a comment down below. If that made 0 sense to you guys, drop a comment down below and ask what made no sense about it. I will explain this. I've been doing this for now 3 years on PrizePicks, making money off different correlation strategies. It changes almost every single month. Maybe even, it's really fast, smooth pace. You got to stay up to date. But this is the cutting edge correlation strategy on PrizePicks. It's absolutely insane. And to give you guys a little bit insight, right? If you take this, right? PrizePicks is giving you a 3x for this. Obviously you can't play it, but it's approximating these plays to be around 3x, right? If you take it like this, where you take, defender and attacker it's the same idea, right? 2 players on the same team, one guy to go on the under, one guy to go on the under because the team doesn't have the ball very much. PrizePicks instantly think this is worth 2.2x. They go, no, you're using correlation. We can't allow that. We're making it 2.2x. You're not going to get any money from this, right? But they don't know that with the goalkeeper strategy, it's actually, you can bypass that. So That's a PrizePicks tip for you guys. Nobody else on the internet is talking about this, I'm pretty sure. So make sure you guys are locking at it. Now, let's get into the NBA picks right now. For those of you guys who just skipped ahead to the video, you just missed out on something I think is very valuable. But it is what it is. Let's get into play number one. It's going to be Derek White here on the under at 11.5 points. And the name of the game in this series has been Fade Derek White. And we are not changing that up right now. They have played 6 games so far. Derek White has gone on the over in 0 of those 6 games. And even though this season he has been hitting the under at only a 34% rate at this line, he has been stone cold. Well, I should say, I don't know. Stone cold is not really, stone cold is usually a good word. Ice cold? Ice cold is sometimes good too. He's been cold, man. He has not been good shooting the ball, straight up. And part of this is he's not taking very many shots. Like, he's only taking 8 shots, 5 shots in his last few games. Towards the beginning of the series, it looked like he was getting a lot more shots up and then just not hitting them. Now it seems like he's just given up. He's not even taking that many shots, and he's obviously not hitting his points line. So we're taking him here on the under at 11.5. This matchup, if you guys have Philly winning, if you guys have Boston winning, I don't care. One thing I'm very certain about, obviously nothing is guaranteed, is that this game is going to be relatively low scoring. I do not think this game is going to be a super high scoring battle like I guess you could say like the Cavs and Raptors was last night, or even like some of the Jokic and Anthony Edwards games have been, or even some of these games. Like, most of them have been relatively low scoring. I think this one's going to be more of the same, straight up. I think one of these teams isn't getting to 100 points, maybe both of them. This one could end really early, but end really early as in points wise, but obviously it's going to end after 48 minutes. But that's play number one, Derek White here on the under at 11.5 points. Now, moving into play number two, well, actually, we can go ahead and lock it in on PrizePicks for those of you guys who want to build out this slip with me. Derek White under 11.5 if my PrizePicks will load. Moving into play number two, it's going to be Joel Embiid here on the over at 8.5 field goals made. So the reason we like Embiid, well, you might look at this and go, Bam, what are you talking about, man? He's been very middle of the road, only hitting this in 5 out of his last 10 games. Well, he is probable right now. It's worth mentioning. I'm going off the assumption that his star player, who's already probable and likely playing, will play in the Game 7 of the playoffs, which is a huge deal in his career. Might be one of Embiid's biggest games ever. So, yeah, he's playing in this one. Don't let that fool you. We like him here on the over at 8.5. He's hit this on the season at a 59% rate, even though it's only 40 games for him. And this series, he's only played 3 games so far. This was the only one where he didn't hit. He only got 6 field goals made in this one. I think Embiid becomes, the system once again for Philly. I do not think that Boston's going to let Maxey beat them one more time. I don't think Boston's really going to have the crew beat them. George, Oubre, Edgecombe, really. It's going to be Embiid. Embiid is going to put his head down. Embiid is going to look at the other side and go, none of y'all can guard me. Because straight up, none of these guys can guard him. Too small, bad defender. Then look at the rest of your centers. Luka Garza, Nikola Vucevic. None of these guys can guard Joel Embiid. We saw that in a couple games ago. We are continuing to see that tonight. More than 8.5 made field goals for a center who takes very, very easy shots and who makes very, very difficult shots. He makes them look easy, I guess I should say. It's way too low of a line. We like Joel Embiid here on the over at 8.5, and that's going to be play number 2 of the NBA. And play number 4 of this slip, I'm locking this in as a 4-man on PrizePicks. One pro tip, if you guys are still confused about which slip types to play in 2026, hopefully you guys know this by now, but never, ever, 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 ever play the 4-man flex play. I hope I made that clear enough. Never do this. This is the worst slip type on all of PrizePicks. Maybe the 3-man flex is pretty bad too. And the 2-man power. Never play this. Just like straight up, never do this. I don't care if you think that if you only get 3 wrong, you get a little bit of money back. No, it's not mathematically profitable. I can go into this in another video, but I just got to rant about this real quick. Never take the 4-man flex play. Straight up. I'm trying to help you guys win money on PrizePicks. The math hates this play. It is probably the worst play on all of PrizePicks. Never take this play. Take it as a power play, take it as a 10x. And the idea here is that either these 2 guys will hit together on the over or on the under. We're hoping that they hit together on the under. And then these 2 guys right here will do as they've done so far this season. And the strategy does work from there. That's all I got here. Hopefully, this was a little bit of a different video. Explained to you guys a little bit how to make money on PrizePicks with correlation, how to make money and understand things like this, things like this, things like this, we make a lot of money on correlation, by the way. This is MLB correlation. It's all the same stuff. Very, very similar. And then hopefully you guys got some NBA picks for tonight. If you guys appreciated this different style of video, let me know about dropping a like. Let me know about dropping a comment or just DM me on Discord. I appreciate it. Let's make some money on the NBA and on soccer on Saturday. Let's get it, guys.